Welcome to Sacred Source Tarot. My name is Aisha, and this is a timeless reading, and we will be looking at breaking karmic cycles. Now, what are karmic cycles? Karmic cycles can be found in various ancient and spiritual traditions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and many other spiritual traditions. And what it really is a repetition or a pattern of behaviors and relationships and experiences that we encounter in our lives due to past actions or unresolved issues. These cycles are believed to, influence our future outcomes, and it's that cause and effect, the law of cause and effect, where, for example, our past actions, intentions, our thoughts, even as far back as our previous lives, can influence our current and future experiences. And now, for example, if you are in a relationship and you keep having the same feelings or experiences, and you're wondering, but how is this possible? And the truth is, which is sometimes a hard pill to swallow, is that majority of the time we are fully responsible for what we experience in our lives and what we bring into our lives. What are the thoughts and feelings every time a certain thing happens? Then we go back to an old past experience and we have those same feelings and those same trauma effects, and we bring them back into our lives because we haven't resolved them. So there's all of that happening in this realm, and there's also the past lives that can come through of things that we haven't resolved. We really want to be focusing on this space here and this time and this life. So I will be pulling out 4 cards. We will be looking at what karmic cycle needs to be broken for you in card number 1. Card number 2, we'll be looking at what needs to be honored. And card number 3, we will look at what should be forgiven or released. And then card number 4, how you will feel once you've broken the cycle or these cycles. Now, before I carry on, I would like to pull out from the Oracle deck just a message from your guardian. And look at that. Heart guardian. It says here, love and let yourself be loved. I've got this very strong sense. If you can stick to the end of the video, there is something I want to kind of give you and share with you that you can use to really embody this or really connect with the heart guardian, your heart chakra, your heart energy, and that love, that unconditional love that is always accessible to us. So if you do stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a bit of a tip on how to do that. I've been practicing this myself for quite some time, and it's done wonders to my life. Now, quickly, let's just read what this says. I love also just getting some more insight from the book. So it says here, welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. The heart guardian is an angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding the heart. This is essentially the angel who helps you with all relationships. So whether it's family or friends or a love relationship, they are there to guide you, right? She can enable you to move beyond your limiting fears about trust, and discern whom to trust, and understand how you can move forward in a balanced relationship with that specific person. Be it a family member or a loved one or a love romantic connection. In this card, she is adorned with a sacred heart and draped in a red cloak to show her capacity to love and to lead with love. You are love. You are lovable. You are loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. And if you're finding a challenge with feeling love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You're also encouraged to welcome the support of others and to learn to receive. Don't try to do everything on your own. I love this message, and I do want you to stick around to the end, because I'm going to give you a powerful tool to help you and guide you connect either with, and there's energy or there's spirits, depending on who you are. If you're more of an energy person and you believe in the science of things, and there's, energy bodies, and science has obviously proved that there's energy within us and our chakra systems, or if you believe more in the spirit of it and the heart guardian, I'm going to show you how you can connect with that. So stay tuned for that. There's something I'm urged to kind of share with you, and I hope this will help you guide. But let's get our first tarot cards out. Just to get our first card out, which will look at what karmic cycle needs to be broken in your space right now. Oh, and it's jumping right out. There we go. So I suppose that's what it is. We've got the Five of Swords. Okay, so with the Five of Swords here, definitely something linked to conflict. There was a win-lose situation that was happening here, and I think you were at a point where you wanted to win by all means, irrespective of what the outcome would be. There was a lot of conflict, a lot of betrayal, and a lot of disagreements and harm caused and harsh words and harsh actions. And you were like, I am going to do this. You did this to me, and I'm going to take you down. I'm going to take you down this path, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to win. And I feel like this was a point where potentially your heart was starting to close, and you were looking at actions that maybe were not in alignment with your heart. And I completely understand, when something happens to you and you kind of want to get revenge, or unconsciously you're like, attack, this happened, attack, and there's a cycle, and it's almost like a repetition, definitely repetition there, of like arguments and unresolved tension, and really definitely related to a relationship. I'm not going to say that it's a romantic one. I think you will specifically know that there is maybe one or two relationships. Could be a partner, could be a husband or a wife, could be a family member. I am picking up more on like a spouse person in your space. And I don't think you have left this person. You are still with this person, and there is a lot of unresolved tension. So I think we need to, Spirit is kind of going, it's time to recognize this kind of destructive behavior. You're going back to old patterns of behaviors, and you're bringing them in every time. Even when it's a new situation, it's like you're repeating that. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, this is how I'm going to go in. This is how I'm going to attack, and it's time to let go of the need to always be right or to dominate others. It's time to embrace humility and seek peace instead of victory, because at this point, nobody's actually winning. You're left with yourself, and you're closed off, and everyone is walking away, so it's not an amazing place to be. But I know that there's going to be more cards, and especially with this one here coming in, it's going to show you how to move past this. Okay, so the second card that we're going to take out here is what needs to be honored. Oh, definitely. So we've got the Four of Cups here coming in for you, and it's time to kind of rest. It's time to take a moment to breathe. It's time to take a moment to heal. These are your spirit guides coming through to tell you, honey, we see you are struggling, we see you're going through this, and we see that you want to kind of stop, but you don't know where to stop because you're so engrossed in what's happening in the moment at that point in time. But it's time to become more conscious about what it is that we're thinking and we're feeling and how we relate to everyone. How do we react with our emotions towards them? When someone comes and does something, do we remember that that is not a reflection of us, but a reflection of them? And it's so difficult to rather, it's so easy to say it, but difficult to act on it. But when you take a moment to rest and recognize all your wounds and reflect on them, you actually kind of give yourself a moment to honor what it is that you've been through and the need for maybe a bit of peace and solitude, and allow your time to almost recover, like get away into nature. That's like sit on top of a mountain and breathe. Even if you don't like the nature, just sit outside and breathe. Take a moment, meditate, follow any sort of mindful practices. There are so many amazing things out there on the internet. We don't need to be scrolling mindlessly doing whatever it is that we do on social media. There is so many people guiding us to remember all these beautiful ancient practices that can help to open us up and to heal what we need to heal within us. A little bit of shadow work, maybe, go and journal, go and figure out why there's this repetition of these behaviors, and maybe relationships. So if it's not a spouse, it's like, oh, but I keep meeting the same kind of person, the same kind of love connection. What is going on? What is wrong? So it's to take that step back from the chaos and conflict, give yourself permission to rest and reflect, and just create a sanctuary of inner peace first. It's really telling you to stop, slow down. I was going to say slope down, but yes, slope down. Okay. Yes. And with the third card, we're asking what should be forgiven and released. It definitely, like I was telling you, it's definitely a love connection. It is a past relationship, but also a current one. And when I say past, it's like you're with the person, but you're kind of not there anymore. And it's also like maybe some of the choices that you've made in relationships. It's really your deep connections. And it is a time to forgive and release. I know that is so hard. What does that even mean? What does it mean to forgive and release? It's like, oh, I can't just forgive and release. It's about going into the past, feeling through everything, seeing it, and sitting with the emotion of whatever trauma, and then letting it go and closing the door on the past. Because if we don't want to repeat the past, we can't go revisit all these traumas. We can't keep going back there. What is the purpose of that? We acknowledged it. We felt it in our body, and we don't always have to react to every emotion. We can just acknowledge it. That's like inner loving. It's like, I feel hurt, and I know what happened was vile, and and then sitting with that emotion and going, okay, I'm feeling it, and now I close the past and I move forward. So it's really that forgiveness and releasing. I feel like it's old wounds, it's regrets, it's misunderstanding in partnerships or love partnerships. And honestly, the biggest one that you need to be forgiving is yourself at this point in time. That's what I'm picking up. It's releasing the regrets of whatever it is, that you've been harboring about these relationships, and you've been lingering in that pain and lingering in that hurt for way too long. And it's time for you to embrace love and harmony in yourself and to open yourself up to new and more healthier connections. Sorry, I'm going to drink some of my moon water because my throat is dry. I hope you guys make moon water too. I do it every full moon. Anyway, enough about that. So we've got our fourth card. I love this. This is 3 of Cups. How will you feel if you break these cycles? So the Three of Cups really it represents joy, it represents celebration and community. So you've got the people, coming back to you. See, the people that walked away might not necessarily be those people, but there are people coming in now that you're connecting with yourself and increasing your frequency and vibration to a high level, and these people are coming in, and it's a sense of emotional fulfillment, of friendship, of happiness with loved ones, and they are there. And if you're struggling with that, don't forget you've also got your spirit guides and your guardians that are there to also give you an embrace, or this embrace of love, of unconditional love. And really, I feel like if you get to this point, you're going to really be celebrating your progress, and you're going to share your happiness with so many people, and you're going to want to go share them and tell them, this is how I did it, and you can do it yourself. And you can really get to a point where you can allow beautiful, genuine connections of friendship. Back to this card, it's you need to open yourself up. You need to get to a place where you are giving love, but equally receiving it. And I think for the person listening to this, you might actually struggle with receiving love. You might actually struggle with bringing in and receiving and accepting. It's like, no, in order for me to accept love, I've got to work so hard. In order for me to receive this from this person, I've got to do something for them, or I owe them something. No, you are worthy. You don't have to give. Giving and receiving is the same energy. And when you remember that, you can receive 10,000 more times than you give. It is the same energy. Because why? We are worthy. We are always worthy. We are from the consciousness. We are from source. And source is just creating. There is no source is worthy. So are you. You know what I mean? I'm worthy to manifest. I'm worthy to create. I'm worthy to do that. I'm worthy to receive. Just do that and go, I'm worthy to receive. You are worthy to receive. Now back to this card, and thank you for sitting, to the end of this reading. And just to recap, remember, it's you've got to let go. You've got to let go of what is conflicting and what has got you the tension. You've got to let go of that. You've got to honor yourself by giving yourself some rest and doing some introspection and reflection. And the Lover's card is like forgiveness. You've got to forgive yourself. You've got to forgive other people. And then you are definitely going to come into a space where you're embracing and receiving all the support and breaking free of your shackles, so to speak. Now with the Heart Guardian, if you are struggling to open up and you're like, well, I've been hurt so many times, why would I want to open up? Because with opening up, right? If you open up, you are encouraged, you will be receiving support from so many people. You will learn to receive. And I'm reading this from the book, by the way. Don't try to do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or a new relationship, this card can usher in new energies that allow you to forge powerful connections with your partner. So if that's you and you want to forge power, we all want to have amazing relationships. We all want to have beautiful friendships and amazing, loving, unconditional family connections. But we can't do that when we close ourselves off. So yes, maybe you're going, well, I'm going to close myself off to that person, but not that person. Yeah, it doesn't kind of work that way. It's either open or it's closed. And so you're closing up so many possibilities for so many beautiful, authentic, unconditional love connections. And you can bring in so many amazing spaces. So what I want you to do, yes, I need you to do this, is for those of you who want to work with energies, or for those of you who really want to connect with the Heart Guardian, is touch your heart and go, heart, hi. Oh yes, we can talk to your heart energy, by the way, and you can talk to the Heart Guardian. Hi, Heart Guardian. Hi, Heart Center. Hi, Heart Chakra. Hi, Heart. Please increase the energy of love in my body. Open me up. Open me up to love, to unconditional love. increase unconditional love in my body. And you can say that, increase unconditional love in my body. You can do that right now. Increase unconditional love in my body, and wait for any sort of sensation in your body. It may be a tingle in your hands, it may be warmth in your chest. Increase that energy even more in my body, and continue to increase that energy, and keep asking it to increase that energy. And as you sit there, just sit with the feeling and sit with it. And if you're struggling with that, maybe you can use a crystal. I've got this beautiful rose quartz here, and rose quartz is very powerful love, and you can actually connect with that and ask it to use its energy and to connect with your heart. We are so powerful. We can connect with so many energies, our bodies, the earth, beautiful heart guardian, and just see what it does for you. And every time you're in a situation where you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to react, just sit down and let your heart center take control a little bit, or ask for the heart guardian to come in and give you a clear direction, or clear your heart out a little bit, and sit there and just increase the love. And you can even do it with joy. Please increase joy in my heart. Increase it more. Let me feel you in my body. I promise you it works. All right. So I hope this gives you the guidance for you to get through this. Life is difficult, but equally amazing. And without the contrast, we'll never know how amazing it can be. Thank you for staying to the end. I do release weekly videos. So if you do want to keep up, please click that is it notification? Yes, it's a notification bell, and keep up with all the messages that we have from our higher selves, from our guardians, from all the energies of this beautiful sacred source called life. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, my beautiful seekers, and take care.